So welcome to this Model 5B presentation on Maslow's hierarchy of needs for children. So by way of introduction, just as adults, children go through stages of physical and psychological growth. In Module 2, we discuss Maslow's hierarchy of needs for everybody. But in this module, we'll discuss the specific needs of children according to this hierarchy and how to best meet these needs as a caregiver. So the children hierarchy of needs looks something like this. At the baseline, which is the most important need, is the psychological and the physical needs. Need to be healthy, age appropriate. Need for food, age appropriate. Need for sleep, age appropriate. And need to have shelter and human touch. So it's important that children are touched often. Hugs, a pat on the back, ruffling the head, rubbing the hair. So that's the first need for children. It's both a physical and a psychological need. Then the second layer of the hierarchy, it's a need to be safe and to feel secure. So adult caregivers are to protect children from danger, car seats, baby proofing, just keep a watchful eye on the children. And if something should happen to the parents, there should be a plan to maintain or to say that the child's safety and the security is maintained. Then it's important that the parents are above poverty line. Then access to good health care, freedom from abuse or neglect encompasses what a child needs to be able to achieve, to feel safe and secure. Then on the third ladder of this hierarchy is in social needs. That's unconditional love and positive regard, loving interaction with a caregiver, opportunity to explore and play, interaction with their peers. On the fourth rung on the ladder is a need for esteem. So that includes encouragement, protecting the child from bullying and discrimination, respect from the child's parents, teachers, and peers, positive discipline, and learning life skills. And finally is self-actualization, which includes hobbies, languages, and creative pursuits. So children have, on physical needs, children have the same basic physical needs as adults do. They need oxygen, food, activities, sleep, and must eliminate in order to survive. So caregivers will work to help children meet their basic physical needs, just as they do with adults. They would assist them to complete activities of daily living, such as eating, drinking, toileting, bathing, and grooming. Then the caregiver would also assist with taking vitals, shopping for and preparing for their patients, and measuring intake and output are other important tasks that home health care and personal care aides do to help patients meet their physical needs. So the second one is a need for safety and security. Of course, after meeting the basic physical needs, children must have their safety and security needs met. So this would include having a safe place to live and not feeling afraid within their own home or of the people around them. Then caregivers will work within the child's environment to make their home safe so that the child feels safe. This means they would need to ensure that there are no hazards in the patient's home, such as clutter or loose rocks, that can easily cause the child to slip, to trip, or to fall. Then special safety precautions have to be put in place for children. So this could include making sure that medications in the home are locked up so that the child does not go and swallow medications that are not prescribed. Then cleaning equipment have to be kept out of reach so that children don't also drink such chemicals that are used for cleaning. Electrical outlets are meant to be covered to avoid children sticking their fingers or objects into them and getting electrocuted in the process. Then performing light housekeeping duties such as laundry, vacuuming, cleaning maintains the child's safe environment based on what your job description is anyway. Now, children who are sick often feel afraid. So the job of the caregiver is to help such children feel secure by reassuring them, being patient when they try to complete tasks on their own, and being competent in the task that they complete. So you have to be good at what you do. So as a caregiver, you must also be on the lookout for signs of abuse or domestic violence, because that will erode the core need of safety and security that the child you're caring for needs. Because it's important for children to grow in a safe environment. Then you would also want to document and report any signs of abuse or neglect to your supervisor immediately. So the third need is a need for love and belonging. Once children have met their physical and safety and security needs, the need for love and belonging is the next important level in order for children to flourish. So this includes feeling that they are loved and cared for. Children need to feel important to other people and to feel that they are part of something, such as a family or a community. Children need to feel special and loved, that they are valued as members of a family and community. So as the head caregiver, the way you care for the children and the way you work demonstrates to these children that they are cared for and that you care about them. So this means you're being patient, you're being kind, you're being compassionate, you're being understanding, trustworthy. You accept the patient's thoughts, feelings, and uniqueness, even if you do not agree with them. Family is an important part of a child's life, and they help them to meet their needs for love and belonging. We all have different views of what a family means to us. So the caregiver should be careful not to judge your patient's family or the way they think care should be provided to the child. You want to include the patient's family in their care whenever possible. At the end of the day, the child is theirs. Then the caregiver also has to be able to educate parents and other caretakers on how to care for the child. So the need to socialize with other children is also very strong. Children with disabilities may not have as many opportunities to socialize with other children. So you, the caregiver, would want to provide opportunities for the child to play with other children who are of the same age whenever that is possible. So the fourth need is the need for self-esteem. The need for self-esteem is the next level in Maslow'S hierarchy of needs. So self-esteem involves valuing and respecting oneself and learning that you are a good and a worthy person. Self-esteem comes from within and from interactions and feedback from other people. So when people become sick, injured, or disabled, their self-esteem may be affected. Young children and adolescents are especially vulnerable when it comes to developing self-esteem that is positive. And the fact that they are sick may affect the way they view themselves. So they may have many emotions about their appearance or their physical disability. You, the caregiver, have to help your patient to accept physical changes by demonstrating your own acceptance towards them. When you show that you are okay with their physical or mental disability, you tell the child that you accept them the way they are, and then they can go ahead to accept themselves and then begin to develop positive self-esteem. So it's also important for the caregiver to encourage the child to perform as many activities as they can independently. So this will help their self-esteem to grow. And you also want to treat each child as uniquely, because each of them have special talents and strengths. So you find out what the child's interests and talents are. You work to encourage their development. Young children need opportunities to play make-believe. So you want to provide lots of opportunity for the child to play and explore the world. This helps them to try on roles such as learning to care for baby dolls or cooking with their pretend food. Children can also develop self-esteem by assisting with helping household chores and being given responsibility. So this helps them to feel that they're contributing to their family. While the parents may have a final say in what is best for their children, it's also important to remember that the child you're caring for also has a voice. So you allow the child to express their thoughts, their feelings, give them choices whenever possible. You can ask the child what outfit they would prefer to wear that day, or what toy or activities they would like to play with. You want to remember to provide lots of praises and encouragement for children, as this will help their self-esteem to flourish and to grow. And the fifth, final one is self-actualization, which is abilities for them to be able to pursue their hobbies, to pursue languages of interest, and to pursue creative activities. So if you have, why the child you care for may be disabled in one way or the other, you will still want to encourage them to pursue creativity. So that could be coloring, that could be crafts, that could be knitting, that could be crocheting, just whatever it is that would be a creative way of the child learning to express himself or herself. So you want to encourage such in the child you cared for. And as always, I think with that, we come to the end of this presentation. Thank you again for staying with me. Bye.